Hello, 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 and welcome to the Southern Belle channel. I'm Southern Belle, and I am so pleased to have you tonight, or have those of you who are watching the replay on a delayed basis. Now, I know that numbers may be a little small tonight because not everybody may have gotten the word that Battle with Belle has moved from Thursdays to Mondays. But hopefully, when YouTube shares out the notification, people will hurry on over, or at worst, watch it on a delayed basis. But I can promise you a fun and fabulous night of gaming. So, what we have planned for tonight is we have several great guests lined up. We have both people with YouTube channels, and we have friends of mine who are going to play tonight. We also have wonderful moderators in the chat, and this show is always newbie friendly. So let me welcome everybody. I see lots of new names in the chat. First, I want to welcome my managing moderator, Karen McCarty. Welcome, welcome. Samantha Sessions, who runs all of my auctions. Danielle Barnes, who does all of my beautiful thumbnails. I see we have Canadian girl Renee. Welcome, welcome. We have tributes to fiction, a first-time viewer. Neozoic, another first-time viewer. Lisa M., who is my answer checker. And I'm sure she'll be clicking the link pretty soon after she gets her sweet little toddler down for the night. Because sometimes we need answers checked. Sometimes we know them, sometimes we don't. So welcome everybody. I'm glad the notifications are starting to go out. I am so blessed that y'all would give me your time to come to the channel. So before I bring up my guest who is waiting in the back room, let me make a few announcements. So after the show is over, I need y'all to go to my YouTube community post. There you can take the poll to vote on the next theme for the Tuesday pop-up auction. Now this Tuesday's theme, y'all voted and it won over 50%. 50%. And the theme y'all voted for was all about animals. Now, some of y'all may be worried, wait, I don't have a pet. I don't need any animal stuff. It is not just for pets. So it is animal themes on glassware, animal themes on stationery, on purses, on coin purses, on fashion, clothing, shoes, you name it. There is so much more than just items for pets. So quite frankly, I don't even have pets. So, and there's a lot of things that if it were an auction, I'd want to bid on myself. So I hope all of y'all can join me Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we'll have our regular auctions on Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. And then we're back to Battle with Belle on Monday. So you're saying you moved all these times around. What's going on? Well, a couple of things. Most people, when they work from Monday through Friday, and they take the weekend off. Well, I needed some days in a row off, especially when I have other commitments for my real work, commitments with other things, travel, and so forth. So there just wasn't time to do it. So by giving myself Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off, I can have a little bit of a life, or at least catch up on things for my job. So therefore, that's why I wanted to have a bunch of days in a row off. I hope y'all can understand that. So this way we have auctions on Saturday and Sunday, Battle with Belle on Monday, and then the pop-up on Tuesday. So it's a work 4 days on YouTube, and then it gives me 3 days for my real job. So I hope everybody can understand that and will get with the schedule. Also, I know that some of my shows used to be at 8 and some were at 7, and I felt like that was inconsistent. So this way, everything is at 7 Central Standard Time. Hi, Erin. Welcome, welcome. I'm just fine and dandy. How are you, sweetheart? So that's what's with the schedule. Um, Make sure you vote in the YouTube community post for which theme you'd like. The three themes that we are offering this week are patriotic prequel. And you're saying, wait, I don't decorate for the patriotic holidays. You're not going to have anything I want. Well, there is going to be some decorations for Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Flag Day, and Veterans Day, but there will also be red, white, and blue stuff of all nature, of jewelry, of clothing, of housewares, bowls, cups, you name it. I have lots of things that come in red, white, blue, or many. So you'll be surprised. The second choice is flower power. And you're saying, wait, is that real flowers? Is that silk flowers? Well, it will be some real flowers in the form of seeds. It will be some silk flowers for crafting, but it will also be beautiful floral motifs on clothing, on interior decor, on purses and wallets, and tons of other stuff as well. And the third choice is spring cleaning, both cleaning for your house, cleaning for your skin, your body, hair, nails, exfoliation, scrubs, you name it. So those are the three categories, and I hope everybody will take the time to vote. So now, without further ado, let me go ahead and explain how this game works, and then I'm going to bring up my first guest who is waiting in the back room. So this is a battle of wits for bragging rights, and we play a game called Last Word. How does Last Word work? Well, contestants get to choose three categories, and they're of their own choosing. I don't know the categories ahead of time. I purposely tell them not to tell me because I want to be live and surprised. And then I always tell them, pick something in which you are an expert. And then we will volley back and forth with answers until one of three things happens. Until either one of us is stumped, until one of us gives an accidental duplication, or until one of us gives a wrong answer. So it is that simple. Let me bring up my first guest.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you decide to use your avatar tonight instead, or are you just waiting to make a dramatic face reveal? Can you hear me? Oh no, can he hear me? Can y'all hear me? Oh no, we seem to have a sound problem. Aging Ian Waller. Can you hear me? Okay, y'all can hear me. Apparently, just he can't hear me. I wonder if he can see himself on screen.
Hear me? Hello? Hello?
Okay, maybe I put the wrong one up. There he is in all his glory. Welcome, welcome. Thank you ever so
Hello?
much for being here.
Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm
I can
saying?
hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay,
can.
wonderful. So, mods, go ahead and start dropping the link for FW Waller. And Ian, go ahead and tell us about yourself and your life, and then tell us about your YouTube channel.
Um, that little technical difficulty, I don't know what happened. I joined through Discord, and my Discord just kicked me out. Not sure what happened, but I got it sorted out. So, yeah, jumping to me. My name, as you can probably see, is Ian Waller, and I have a YouTube channel called FW Waller where I mainly talk about the things that I have a passion for, which is movies, filmmaking, comic books, gaming, that kind of stuff. Um, the main videos I upload on it are sort of video essay style, like film analyses. I'm working on one right now that is pretty close to being done. My subscribers have been very patiently waiting for it, and I've had a few delays with like real life issues kind of getting in the way of that, but it is coming along. Hoping to have it out soon. I just haven't had very many opportunities to jump on Adobe Premiere and actually hammer away at it. So that's just for the viewers of mine who are in the chat, because I remember when you started the video, you listed a couple names who are actual subscribers of mine. So
Yes. If you click on comments, you'll be able to see their comments to you.
oh
Mia
really?
Zoe is saying, Sup, Waller. Tributes to Fiction is saying, Good to see you, Ian.
Thank you.
And some of my viewers are also welcoming you as well. Those of you ballerinas and ballerinos out there may find Ian familiar. He was on a previous episode of Heart to Heart, and his Heart to Heart happened to be about writer's block. If for some reason you missed that episode and you'd like to hear him share from the heart and talk about the struggles of writing his premiere novel, go back and watch that episode. It is such a heartwarming episode where he vulnerably shares the difficulty of writing, the technical aspects, and the journey with the characters. One of my viewers, Canadian Girl Renee, if you click on comments, you can see all the YouTube comments. Private chat is just us. She's saying, I have some comic books, mostly DC ones, Batman, Wonder Woman, Nightwing, etc. I'm guessing
Ooh,
you
Nightwing.
probably know who those are, because
I love
everybody
Nightwing.
is probably looking at the gorgeous posters behind you.
Yeah, they're all movie posters of movies that I like. My apartment is it's practically covered in them. So, but yeah, that's awesome that she has Nightwing. Especially Nightwing is one of my favorite DC characters ever. Dick Grayson, the very first ever Robin, who was Batman's sidekick. I think a lot of people probably know who Robin is.
Yes. Danielle, if you would keep dropping FW Waller's links so that we can all follow his channel and follow his great takes on classic movies, where he shows us aspects that we might not have noticed when we watch them, shows us great movies we possibly missed, and discuss everything from the directing to the editing to the sound behind the movie that evokes amazing feelings and emotions and helps to put forth the actor's effort, the director's wishes, and the editor's eye. So, thank you so
Absolutely.
much, Ian, for joining us tonight. We're so blessed by your presence. What
Thank
categories
you.
have you picked out tonight?
So I'm a little unclear on the categories thing, because I watched the last battle thing that you did with that one guy. It sounded like the uh, the guest was supposed to have a category. The chat was supposed to come up with a category. You were supposed to come up with one. I didn't know I was supposed to have all three prepared. I mean, it's not that big a deal because I can think of three topics pretty easily, but I was just a
Well,
little foggy
let
on
me
how that
answer
worked.
your question. And the question is, the answer is that the guest gets to pick all three topics. That way, they are areas in which you are an expert. It kind
Okay.
of makes it even and fair, because if people thought they were going to be blindsided by difficult categories, they might not want to play. I mean, if I said Scandinavian playwriters from the 18th century, how many could you name? It'd be super difficult, right? But if I said states of the United States, it would be super simple. So, therefore, there are some people who have come in and given incredibly complex categories. One of my friends came in and she picked not only Disney movies with female characters, but Disney movies with female characters who had an animal sidekick.
Hmm.
And that was the category she chose. So you can choose as broad or as specific as a category, but it needs to be something that you know about and your expertise. Now, your expertise is clearly movies. I don't think you told our audience why and how you developed your expertise, which, spoiler alert, through education. But tell everybody what you studied, and then can we just have a little glimpse at your cat in the background, because we have an animal lover in our audience. So tell us how and why you're an expert in movies, and we'll say, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then can we just get a glimpse at your cutie pie cat? Hi, Thomas. Welcome.
So, reason I developed a passion for movies is because I remember being a super small kid. I think I talked about this before in a previous stream that you and I were in. But when I was a super small kid, when I was in kindergarten, I saw the film The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, and it left an irreversible like mark on me because like at that young of an age, I kind of I felt like before I even learned how movies were made, I thought they were like windows into like alternate dimensions or something, like documentaries of alternate realities. That's honestly how I viewed them. Like I didn't know that they were things that were made with real people, like memorizing pieces of paper off a script and like visual effects that were filmed with cameras. Didn't learn all of that until much later. So I still have a very childlike perspective on them in that sense, and I think that's what people who enjoy films are. I think that's the experience that they're entitled to. They're entitled to that escapism,
Absolutely.
and yeah, that escapism is important. It's useful. It's good for sort of helping people self meditate. Because I feel like when a lot of people say escapism, they think you're just uh, you're just running away from the real world and all of its issues, which is not really true. Because escapism in fiction can give you new perspectives on how to view stuff in the world around you in a completely new and mature way. But sorry, I've rambled a little bit. That's kind of my view on it, on why I love storytelling and movies and stuff like that.
And tell everybody where and how you developed your expertise in movies.
I live in Mississippi, and I went to some colleges on the Gulf Coast, which is where I live,
Excellent.
and I learned a few things there. I read a bunch of books. Um,
There we go.
that's kind of
Okay.
where I learned a lot of the stuff I did. And also because my dad taught me a lot. My dad is also a huge film buff, and he nurtured that in me. Sorry, I'm not trying
Wonderful.
to talk over you.
You're not at all. Although you have such a fantastic voice, everything in me is secretly wishing you would lean into the camera and give one of those in a world where Battle with Belle takes place in a battle of wits and we play last word. Everything is wishing that because you have such a great narrator voice. So, but
Thank
I
you.
know you're not here to give me little clickbaits that I can play on future episodes, but I secretly wish that because you have that fantastic narrator's voice.
Thank you.
Can we
Wanted to
see your
see my
kitty before we play the first episode? Because I know
sure.
everybody's going to ask. When Renee was on, they asked to see the birds. When Amanda would play, they'd ask to see her cat Joy. Look how cute! And he does upload pictures of the sweet kitty to those of you who are on my Discord. And tell everybody the name, and then we'll play the first round.
Her name is Cricket.
Cricket.
Yep.
Okay, so what will be the first category on tonight's Battle with Belle with Ian Waller, the originator of the F.W. Waller YouTube channel? And mods, please, oh please, keep dropping the link for F.W. Waller, Danielle, or Canadian girl Renee, pretty please.
All right.
So what's the first category of 3?
So I'm going to buck expectations and have it be something that's not movie related.
Really? Fun! Okay, I might have a chance then.
So I was thinking historical figures.
Okay.
So the way this works is that I mention one thing, then you mention another, and we keep going back and forth until one of us can't name any more things. Is that how this
Correct.
works?
So
Okay.
if it was presidents, for instance, we would go back and forth until we either ran out of presidents, had an accidental duplication, or gave a wrong answer. So by historic figures, do you want to narrow it down, or it's anybody who ever lived that's already deceased?
Anybody who ever lived. Anything's fair game.
I'm not sure we have that many hours, days, weeks, or lifetimes.
Oh.
But if that's what you want to do, we can do that.
We can narrow it down to people in people who are rulers, like presidents, kings, queens, monarchs
Okay.
of some kind. You can narrow it down to
Monarchs.
that.
Great. Love it. Okay. Well, as the guest, you get to begin.
George Washington.
Okay, I'm going to say Queen Elizabeth II.
Ivan the Terrible.
Ooh. Okay, I guess I'm going to go Russian then too, if you're going that way, and say Catherine the Great.
Very nice choice.
Thank you.
Tsar Nicholas II.
Okay. How about Queen Elizabeth I?
King James, the one who translated the Bible.
Okay.
That was
I'm
King
going
James
to
II, I
say
think.
King Henry VIII.
Very nice. I think that's the one that was that the one the Shakespeare play was written about?
No.
Okay.
King Henry VIII is the one that had 6 wives. And he changed England from Catholicism to the Church of England so that he could divorce Catherine of Aragon for Anne Boleyn.
Wow. I've heard of Catherine of Aragon.
She was from Spain. Is that your next answer?
No. My next answer is going to be Ozymandias.
And where is he from?
Egypt.
Okay.
He was a pharaoh.
Then I'm going to say King Tut.
All right.
I believe his technical name was Tutankhamun.
Right. Yep. The one they found that tomb for, the super well-preserved remains. King Ramesses.
Ooh, good one. Okay, I'm going to say King George III.
Okay. Tokugawa Ieyasu. He was the shogun of Japan in the 1600s.
Okay, I'm going to go for the ruler for which Louisiana is named, King Louis XIV, and of course Queen Anna of France. I'm sure y'all know that's why Louisiana is called Louisiana, for King Louis and Queen Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Miss Phyllis. Welcome, welcome.
Tiberius Augustus. He was he was like the eighth emperor of Rome, I think.
Okay. I'm going to go for Queen Victoria, who was very influential in jewelry design and in fashion in her day.
King Cyrus III of Persia.
Okay. I'm going to go for a biblical reference, King Herod.
The one who tried to have Jesus killed as a baby by feeding all the male babies to alligators.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if we're going that route, would Pontius Pilate count?
He was a government official, much like George Washington
Yeah.
was an elected government official. So,
No, he
well,
was.
let's stay biblical, and I'll go King Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, I have a good one for that. King Hammurabi, the one who
Ooh,
made the law.
Queen Esther, such a beauty.
Speaking of beauties, how about Cleopatra?
Okay. Let's see. How about King Charles?
Marcus Aurelius, another Roman emperor.
Okay. Let's see. Who else? Um, Prince Philip of Monaco.
All right. Um, King Menelaus of Sparta. He was the husband of Helen, who was kidnapped and supposedly was the incident that sparks the Trojan War.
Absolutely. Alexander the Great.
King Philip of Macedonia, his father.
His dad. Oh, exactly.
Yep.
Let's see. How about when you mentioned the Shakespearean play earlier and you asked which king was it about, you were thinking of Henry II.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's my next answer.
Uh, Oliver Cromwell. Did he ever become
Oh,
did he ever be did he ever become king? I know he deposed Charles.
he
Like,
wasn't king, but he was elected through the riots. So, therefore, he was an elected official, just as George Washington was an elected official.
okay.
I'm going to say Marie Antoinette.
Maximilian Robespierre, the crazy guy who really loved the guillotine.
Okay. I'm going to say Napoleon.
Napoleon. All right. Uh, Ulysses S. Grant.
Abraham Lincoln.
Um, uh, Robert E. Lee. He was a general, not technically a monarch. So,
Well, technically, he was president of the Confederacy, so he was president of something. So we'll take that
yeah.
as an answer.
Okay.
Hello, Aaron Scott. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always nice to have one of Shannon's 74,000 subscribers, and it's a privilege to moderate for her and to sometimes moderate for Ian and a few other channels. Oh, I was apparently wrong. John Jacob is telling me that it was Jefferson Davis who was president of the Confederacy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Robert E. Lee was the general of the Virginia division of the Confederacy. He was like the main Virginian leader. He lost at Gettysburg, which basically set in motion the Confederacy's defeat, pretty much.
Oops. Well, what is your second category for tonight?
Did I lose that or win that?
Well, technically, and maybe I'm wrong. Oh, hi, John. John. I didn't. I thought we decided that Lee wasn't either a royal or elected official. Was I mistaken? That he was a general in the
Yeah.
army instead.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
similar to an elected official or a royal, but not exactly.
All right. That's fair.
We still
Um,
have two more rounds, though. So, what is your second category?
Maybe now we can go movies.
Yes, great choice.
So I'm a little. One thing I haven't quite decided on. Should we go with movie titles or actors and filmmakers or
You can structure it any way. You can make it as easy or hard as you want to. So, like, for instance, you could say movies with superheroes. You could say titles of Alfred Hitchcock films. You could say actors who have won Oscars. You know, there are endless categories that you can make. And depending on what you choose, the answers could be titles, the answers could be actors' names, the answers could be, you know, any of a myriad of things, depending on what you think would be most fun or that you know best, or that I might at least get an answer or two for show before you defeat me. So,
let's go with
I also want to remind the audience that we do each have three Ask the Audiences. And when we ask you, please, oh, please give your answers, but wait until we ask the audience before you shout out your answers.
let's go with 20th century movies. I think that may narrow it down a bit.
Yes, yes, it does. Okay, so they'll have to be older than 23 years, but newer than 123 years.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to start with my favorite movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay, I'm going to say Gone with the Wind. That sounds like a Southern Belle answer, doesn't it?
Very much so, yes. Um, King Kong, which was made with some of the exact same sets and production design as Gone with the Wind.
Was it? That's an interesting fact.
Yep.
I'm going to say Fried Green Tomatoes.
Misery, that had that had one of the same actresses, Kathy Bates.
Okay. How about Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood? Another great Southern film.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay. Based on an award-winning Broadway film, Steel Magnolias.
I've heard of that, haven't seen it.
It was
In the
filmed
Heat
in
of
Freeport and
Oh,
Nacogdoches.
okay. I was thinking In the Heat of the Night. That's another. That's a film set in the South.
Okay. I'm going to say You've Got Mail,
You've got
Tom
Mail.
Hanks.
Oh, Tom Hanks. Since we're talking about Tom Hanks, how about Apollo 13?
Castaway.
Back to the Future. It's from the same director, Robert Zemeckis.
Titanic.
Terminator 1, also from the same director.
Oh, Aaron, thank you for
Uh,
the lovely compliment. I'm going to say The Godfather.
Apocalypse Now.
The Godfather Part 2.
The Conversation.
And I think there's even a Godfather 3, right?
There is. It's not very good, but it does exist.
They can't all win Oscars. Now, come on.
I'll go with They Live.
Now, Lisa M's Adventure Time has a question. She's just tuned in and she asked, what is the subject? And we're going with movies from the 20th century. I'm going to say Psycho.
I'm going to go with Vertigo.
The Shining.
Salem's Lot.
Dial M for Murder.
This is I had a long day, so my mind's a little shot. So
well, remember you have 3 Ask the Audiences in case you need them.
Okay, right. I just remembered that. Oh, I'm gonna go with Suspiria. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to say Batman, because I know there's at least one Batman movie. There's probably a billion, and I know if I don't say it, he will say it first.
Godzilla.
Superman.
War of the Worlds.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, right. The one with
I think it's technically WW84.
That's not from the 20th century.
Oh no! So I just lost by giving a wrong answer. So hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Okay, everybody in the chat, congratulate Ian. We have just tied it up 1-1. So this third category is going to decide it. So what is going to be the third category for tonight?
You know what? I want to ask the chat.
Really? That is very daring. Okay, tell them exactly what you're asking them so they know what to answer and how to answer. So what are you specifically asking them? You're asking them for category suggestions?
Yes.
In the movie realm, I'm guessing. In the movie realm.
It doesn't have to be in the movie.
Loves their posters.
It doesn't have to be in the movie realm. It can be whatever they want.
Okay. I can just imagine what they might come up with. Remember, this is family friendly and G-rated, everybody. Family friendly and G-rated. But Lisa M's Adventure Time is saying that she likes your posters. While everybody is typing in their suggestions, take us through the posters that are right behind your head and just name off what movies or characters they're from.
Is it okay if I get out of my chair?
If you have to, I was hoping you could just say the first one is this, the second one is that.
Well.
But we may get an entire panoramic shot, in which case we may need a little extra time on tonight's show, but I was just thinking you tell us the 8 behind you.
You just said the ones behind my head, so.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go through them real quick.
So this is a Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine cover. It's Godzilla and Gamera facing off against each other. I got a shot from Jurassic Park where the Tyrannosaur has like a shredded up piece of a tire in its mouth. I've got a Clash of the Titans poster. Got a Bullet, one of my favorite Steve McQueen films. Got a poster for John Carpenter's The Thing. And one for Predator.
If y'all haven't seen F.W. Waller's review of the Predator movie, make sure you click on the link that Danielle Barnes is dropping and take a look at that fabulous video. Now, let's look at some of the answers that people are suggesting. Okay, Lisa M is suggesting horror movies. Tributes to fiction is suggesting comic book villains. John Southern Exposure is suggesting 80s movies. Neozoic is suggesting, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Kaijus? Canadian Girl
Kaijus.
with Kaijus, okay?
Yeah,
Canadian
Japanese
Girl Renee
monsters.
is suggesting Canadian prime ministers. Honey, you've got two people here in the middle of the Gulf South. Even though we live in different states, we're like an hour apart. I don't know that we would get more than one or two Canadian prime ministers, but good try. She also compliments you on your Godzilla poster. John Jacob is suggesting Jurassic Park.
What
And
about
Lisa
it?
M is suggesting characters in the Predators trilogies. Oh my, that would be difficult. Okay.
Yeah, I think out of all of those, the one that probably
Oh, we've got
sounds the
two more.
most.
John is saying music, and Lisa M is back with 90s music lyrics. Oh, John Jacob, because we've got both a John, who's from Baton Rouge area, and John Jacob was just saying that he loved the poster.
Thank you. Let's go
So
with
y'all
music.
make sure you click on the FW Waller link that Danielle Barnes is dropping so that you can subscribe to his fantastic channel and see his critique and criticisms of some of these classic movies. Okay, what genre of movies or what time period or what you've got to narrow it down because there are
I
billions
I
of
I said music.
music. Okay.
Yeah.
So are we talking about all music ever of every genre? You want to narrow it down maybe just a little bit?
Let's make it. We can make it. Let's say 20th century music. How about that?
Okay, 20th century music. And are we looking for the titles of songs, the titles of albums, the singer who sang them?
Let's go with the names of artists and bands.
Okay, artists and bands of the 20th century. Okay, you
Yeah.
go first. No,
Black
we're saying,
Sabbath.
okay, Renee is confused. She's saying after 2000. No, we're saying before 2000. So
Yes.
the 20th century is the 1900s. I'm going to say Elvis Presley.
Buddy Holiday.
Billie Holiday.
Oh, good choice. Saw a movie
Thank
about
you.
her recently that was really good. Let's go with BB King.
Johnny Cash.
Robert Johnson.
June Cash.
Ronnie James Dio.
Dolly Parton.
Pat Benatar.
Queen.
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. Michael Jackson.
Billy Idol.
Prince.
Neil Diamond.
Aretha Franklin.
Coco Taylor.
Kenny Loggins.
Wow. Welcome to the danger
Good.
zone. Wait. Huey Lewis.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
What was that one band? Cheap Trick.
Gene Simmons and the Kiss.
Motley Crue.
Okay. Let's see. Liberace.
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if Celine Dion was 19th century or 20th century. Everything in me wants to say she started in
She
the 19th century, but I'm scared to guess that. So that's not my answer. That's just me debating.
Celine Dion is 20th century.
Are you sure? Okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
not my
she
answer.
started.
I'm just thinking about it out loud. I'm gonna go with Kenny Rogers.
All right. Kenny Rogers. I'm gonna go with John Mayall.
Wayne Newton.
Billy Ocean.
Oh, Donnie and Marie Osmond.
Nice. Um, Judas Priest.
Sonny and Cher.
Um, uh, Foghat.
The Beatles.
The Rolling Stones.
The Bee Gees.
All right. What's that one punk band? The Ramones.
The Monkees.
Nirvana.
Weren't there also some Eagles?
Oh, that's an answer for you. Journey.
Okay. Olivia Newton-John.
Wow. Brittany Murphy. Yeah, Brittany Murphy. Pretty sure she was active like during the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Okay. I I'm pretty sure that Debbie Gibson was still in the 90s, right? That's my answer. Is Debbie Gibson.
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah,
need
I
to
think so.
Google check that? Okay, because I do have somebody. Lisa is set up to Alexa check if we have any questions.
All right. Yeah. I think there's a good chance she was in the 90s.
Okay.
Neil Young.
Okay. Britney Spears? Didn't she start in the 90s, or is that a wrong answer?
I think we should have someone check that.
Okay. Lisa, would you kindly check whether Britney Spears started? Ask when Britney Spears started singing or became a singer.
I'm pretty sure like she rose to prominence in the early 2000s. I'm confident of that, but whether she actually started in the 90s, I'm not
entirely
I
sure about that.
thought she was on the Mickey Mouse show with Justin Timberlake and all those guys.
Right.
Ryan, I
Hmm.
was confused if it was Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds. And she's from our area. She's from Kentwood, Louisiana.
Wow. Oh, yes, she is, isn't she?
She is. So she's just an hour north of me. And I believe that her sister and her parents still live there because that's why her sister's babies were all born in a close by Mississippi hospital. Okay, so they're saying it's okay that it was 99.98. So even though it was a guess, I am
Yeah.
still alive. We go back to Ian for his next answer.
My next answer would be. My next answer
And
would.
remember, you have 3 Ask the Audience, as do I.
My next answer would be Ozzy Osbourne.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to say heart.
Very nice choice. The Scorpions.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and ask the audience, and we'll see what they have to say because we haven't given them too much of a chance to participate tonight. So, y'all go ahead
True.
and throw up tons of answers, and I will see if I can pick out which one might actually be from the 20th century and might actually be one that we haven't said yet.
All right.
So, y'all go ahead and flood the chat with singers from the 20th century. So, 20th century meaning 1900s. See, I was thinking about some of those boy bands, but I wasn't sure if they were from this century or the current century. That's the
I
problem with
think.
not following too much secular music. Okay, I'm going to take the Neozoic answer and say Frank Sinatra. I am sure he was in the right century. Frank Sinatra's my answer. I'm going to go back
Absolutely.
to Ian.
Since you went with Frank Sinatra, I'm going to go with the Ink Spots.
Okay.
It's another golden oldies band.
I'm going to go with Bruce Springfield.
Bruce Springfield.
Am I
Did
thinking of
you?
the wrong guy? I may have just given a wrong answer.
I mean, I
Mods,
will like.
y'all will
I,
check that.
I don't know. Yeah.
I must be
When
thinking of
I
the
thought you
wrong guy.
meant I thought you meant Bruce Springsteen, and I was thinking, well, hang on, there may be someone named Bruce Springfield.
You know, I am probably just wrong. We'll let the mods check it just in case, but I am probably wrong. I'll tell you who I was thinking of is the guy that sang Jesse's Girl. He was also in some soap opera. But I think I've given a wrong answer. Okay, Canadian Girl Renee is saying no. So that means that Ian wins because I gave a wrong answer. So hip hip hooray! Hip
Wow.
hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! So Ian F.W. Waller, who we're still dropping his link, has beat me 2-1 in his first appearance on Battle with Belle. Thank you ever so much for coming. And also, thank you for being brave enough to let the audience pick one of the categories. That really takes guts. Very few of the competitors let the audience pick.
Yeah.
And John is telling me I was thinking of Rick Springfield. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh.
Rick Springfield. So I probably had one of those confusions of Bruce
Yeah.
Springsteen with Rick Springfield. But, you know, these things happen and it's not really my field of expertise, but yet I was trying my best and I had fun
Hey,
playing because
if you
after all, this is a game for fun as well as for channel recognition and growth. So I am always a good sport. And if you feel a little bad for me, my tip jar is in the description. What were
well,
you going to say, Ian?
I was going to say, for it not being your field of expertise, you're able to list quite a few names. So,
Well, thank you. I so hope that someday you will come back on and give me a rematch.
yeah, I would love to. This is a really fun time.
Aw, thank you ever so much. So we're going to keep dropping Ian's link and remind everybody about your YouTube schedule, what you're working on, and when they should expect your next live and your next video drop.
So, my next video drop, I don't have a set date on it. I'm about halfway through my current video, but I'm going to work on it a bunch tomorrow as much as I can.
Well, tell us about your
So,
last video then. So when they go to your channel, because John Jacob said he just subscribed, what are going to
thank you.
be the best videos to watch and what's your last video? So tell about your last and your best, because you have so many videos with your over 3,000 subscribers. So for people who are new, tell them the best videos to watch and tell about the most recent. And John is asking about your state. Do you mind telling? I don't think it's a secret, right?
I said what my state was at the beginning. I live in Mississippi.
Well, he just tuned in and he's the guy who is in a suburb of Baton Rouge. So y'all could be friends
Oh,
because
okay.
we're all here in the Gulf South together.
Yes, very much so. Um,
Okay, so tell us about all your videos are great, but which ones would you highly recommend for new viewers? And also tell about your last video. Samantha just subscribed too. You're getting
wow.
subscribers right and left. Keep dropping the link, Danielle, while we hear about the best videos and the last video. And then we're going to go to our next contestant for the night.
Well, not all of my videos are great, but I appreciate the
So
compliment.
humble. Oh.
Uh, I mean, I'm just telling the truth. If you go all the way to the beginning of my channel when I was in high school, those videos are pretty rough. So, but if I were to recommend
In that
videos for my
case,
channel,
don't ever criticize and critique mine because mine are way worse than even your high school videos. So remind me to never ask for a criticism from Ian.
fair enough. So the last video I uploaded was sort of a almost an hour long video essay style analysis of the original Predator film, where I talk about kind of the way it utilizes the jungle setting, talk about
Ooh.
how the direction and the cinematography and score and also the design of the creature all sort of play a huge part in like telling the story and conveying like the themes that it's trying to get across. And I was hoping to sort of get those things across in a way that sort of is different from a lot of the other video analysts that have done videos about the film as well. And I've also made similar videos. One is about Alien, and the other one is about Conan the Barbarian, the very first one with Schwarzenegger in the role of Conan, which is one of my favorite movies ever. And I'm hoping to make more.
Wonderful. Now, for those of you in the chat who might have your own channel to promote or might want to play the game, we do have contestants from the chat. We usually pre-book contestants that we know are willing to play, so we let them play first. If you'd like to play in an upcoming episode, you can let the mods know in chat. You can comment at the end of this video, or you can send a message to my email, which is on the screen, or on my Discord. And then after all of our pre-scheduled guests have played, we will take volunteers from the chat. So there is still time and still opportunities for everybody who wants to play tonight. So fear not about that. If you haven't already subscribed to the FW Waller channel, we will keep dropping the link until we say goodbye to him. Any other questions for Ian before he departs? There's some messages about upcoming movie screenings for you in the chat. You might want to read those after. And a couple of people are telling you other things that they've read that you might want to discuss with them on your own time. So I am so glad that you came and you brought your fans and your friends and your subscribers. And I hope that we can book you again for a rematch here on Battle with Belle. And next time I'll have to get you to use your movie announcer voice at the start of the show. Or maybe even make me some kind of little introduction, because I just love that sound of your voice. Well, thank you again, and blessings to you.
Same
Bye-bye.
to you. Thank you for having me on. Goodbye.
Okay, we have our next contestant here. Our next contestant is John Jacob. John Jacob, you're accidentally muted. There we go. Tell us all about yourself.
Hello, hello. I was actually blowing my nose, so I didn't want you to hear that.
Oh, that's so considerate. When I am doing auctions, there is a certain time where most of the temperature here is in the 80s, but every now and then, when it gets to be late at night, it will dip into the 60s, and I just start sneezing. And it's usually Canadian girl Renee that says, "You just need to mute for a second and blow your nose. We can't stand to hear you sniveling." So I am so in that realm, except right now, the temperature's only dropped to 78. So I haven't started the sneezies yet. But when there's a 20-degree temperature drop from daytime to nighttime, I'm just a sniveling mess.
That'll do it. I am a poker player, and I'm just a friend of the channel, so I play a lot of cards at the casino.
And so tell us a little bit about what card games you play, or maybe a few interesting triumphs.
Well, I started stealing money out of my mom's laundry jar, and I never looked back. I did pay her back the first $20 in quarters I stole. I play now. I play Pot Limit Omaha, which is a 4-card game, and then you must play 2. After that, or before, I started out playing Texas Hold'em, which most people know from TV. That's 2 cards. You can use 1 or 2 or none actually. I placed 4th in a PLO tournament 4 years ago for like 20,000. That was about it.
Congratulations!
It was brutal. I should have been able to win a lot more.
Oh,
But thank you. That was the biggest one, and then now it's just taking money off people at casinos and making a
keep in
living that
mind
way.
that results vary, that we are not suggesting
This is true.
gambling, and that being a professional gambler, card player, comes with a lot of experience and losses as well. And we are
Yes.
not suggesting that this professional line of work is necessarily right for anyone else. Just like playing the stock market comes with both gains or losses, and it is advisable to have expert knowledge before you risk your money. Okay, well, those are super fun stories, and I can't wait to hear how you do in this year's tournament. Also, if anybody wants to hear more of the fabulous stories, John Jacob is on my Discord as well, so you can reach him there, friend him there. Thank you ever so much for coming on this show and being such a great supporter of mine since the channel began. So what is the first category for tonight?
With the theme, I wanted to go card games.
Great.
And then do I start or do you start?
You do. As the guest always starts. That's part of my Southern hospitality.
Crazy Eights.
Old Maid.
Euchre.
Bridge?
Sheep's head.
Uno?
I was hoping you didn't say that.
I'm sorry. Is that not a card game?
No, that is.
Okay.
I was going to say that next. Texas Hold'em poker.
Solitaire.
Free cell.
I think there's a game called War.
Yes, there definitely
Okay.
is. Pot Limit Omaha.
Is there a game called Slapjack?
Yes, there definitely
Okay.
is. That's a fun one. The 7-card stud.
I'm going to use my first Ask the Audience. Oh, welcome, Paula Widener. Okay, so what I need y'all to do now is to type tons of card games. Hopefully, I will be able to pick out which one is a real one and which ones have not already been said. Y'all may have figured out I'm not really much of a card player, if any. So, y'all help me out. Okay, I'm going to go with the answer from Canadian girl Renee. She says Gin Rummy. Is that a card game?
Not only is that a card game, that's a combination of 2 other games that you might be able to get from that name.
Okay, thank you for the spoiler.
I'll take one of those. I'll say gin.
Okay, well then I'm going to say Rummy.
Yep, I'll say hearts.
Okay, I'm going to use my second Ask the Audience. I'm going to go with Paula Widener's answer of spades.
Most definitely. Blackjack.
Okay, I'm going to use my third Ask the Audience, and I'm going to go with John John's answer of Go Fish. I should have thought of that one. That one I've actually played. Thank you, John John.
5-card stud.
Okay, well, I've used all 3 of my Ask the Audiences. So I'm down to guessing or just admitting that I'm stumped. Let's see. I'd almost rather go out with a wrong guess than just being stumped because that's kind of a give up. Let's see. What else could be the name of a card game?
I won't let you give up, Belle.
Okay, well, we've had hearts and spades. Is there any chance it's a card game by the name Diamonds?
You can have the moderator look that up. I don't know that game.
Okay, moderators, if you'll please look up and ask your Google, your Alexa, your Cortana, your Siri, or whoever, if there's a card game by the name Diamonds. Normally, I have Lisa in the back room who I can just pop on the screen and check. But I think she is still putting her toddler Evelyn down. So I'm going to have to go to my moderators in the chat to ask their devices. Oh, wait, here's Lisa. Just in the nick of time. Lisa, please ask your Alexa if there is a card game by the name Diamonds.
Alexa, is there a card game called Diamonds?
Here's something I found on the web. According to apples.net, Diamond Rummy is a popular card game enjoyed by thousands of card players in India and across the world.
John Jacob, is that close enough or is it not exactly right?
Diamond Rummy is a thing, but not diamonds.
Okay, Lisa's decided for you then. Thank you, Lisa. All right. I'm so sorry, but I've given a wrong answer, and that means John Jacob wins. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Everybody in the chat, congratulate John Jacob on his very first win of his first round on Battle with Belle. Now, I am seeing that we failed to say Deuces Wild, Chase the Ace, Crib, poker trick card game. So apparently there were tons of games that I've never heard of that we didn't get a chance to say. So everybody congratulate John Jacob. Woohoo! Thank you ever so much. So what is going to be your second category tonight?
I saw someone challenge you to name states, and you look like a geography wizard. So I want you to bring it, and we're going to name countries.
Okay. Are we limiting it to any particular continent or all continents or game?
All 196 or 202 countries.
Okay, let's go then. You start.
United States,
Mexico,
Guatemala,
Canada,
Costa Rica,
France,
El Salvador,
Spain,
England,
Portugal,
Scotland,
Norway,
Ireland,
Finland,
Sweden,
Denmark,
Germany,
the Netherlands,
Belgium,
Austria,
Italy,
Switzerland,
Bosnia Herzegovina,
the Czech Republic,
yes, that's the country. Albania,
Greece,
Turkey.
Italy.
I believe I said that.
Oh, accidental duplication. Okay. John
I'm
Jacob
not
just
sure,
won
'cause
again. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! So already John Jacob has beat me 2-0. Everybody in the chat, congratulate John Jacobs on another great victory.
thank you.
Congratulations. Great category, too. So, what will be the third category for tonight?
The third category is going to be, where did I name it? Let's go with professional sports.
Okay, you
naming
start.
Football.
I'm going to go with European football, which we call soccer.
That is definitely one. Baseball.
Tennis,
Golf.
boxing,
NASCAR.
wrestling,
UFC fighting.
hurdle jumping.
Track and field, yes.
Okay.
Hockey.
Skiing,
Yes, that's definitely one. Do they play it in college? I know they play in college. Lacrosse. I think there's a major league lacrosse. If
ice
chat wants to.
skating.
All right.
Oh no, I realize I've just made a huge mistake. Canadian girl Renee says track and field is amateur, not professional. So I have lost again. So to John Jacob, congratulations. Hip
Thank you.
hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! 3-0. He has 1-1-1. Everybody share out. Everybody celebrate John Jacob in his first appearance on Battle with Belle. He has made a clean sweep. So thank you ever so much for being on. Congratulations on such a fantastic and swift victory. Would you please, oh please, give me a rematch someday?
I will do, and it sounded like Renee wanted to challenge you.
She did. So, Renee, you can be the next contestant up on Battle with Belle. So,
And
we'll let the
for my
mods
last
drop
words,
the link. Thank you again, John Jacob, and I hope to see you another week, if you would, pretty please, for a rematch.
will do.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Okay, as we wait for Canadian girl Renee, I will repeat some of the announcements from the beginning of the show. So, we are permanently moving this Battle with Belle from Thursdays to Mondays. So, just like you've seen it, starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, it will continue in this time slot. Tomorrow, on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time will be the pop-up auction, and the theme will be all about animals. It won't just be pet items. We will have some pet items, but it will be animals on plenty of other items, not limited to, but including stationery, jewelry, children's jewelry, coin purses. We'll have animal print clothing, animal print on scarves, animal print on shoes, and so much else. So, and then on Saturday and Sunday, we will be back to auctions at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, by rearranging the schedule, this gives me Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off, or in reality, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do my packing, my weighing of packages, my invoicing, and my shipping, as well as to work my real job. So that's the reason for the schedule. And if you have not seen my videos this week, I put out gardening videos, I put out auction preview videos. So please, oh please, check out my videos. For some reason, I get hundreds of views on the auctions, but I get way less than 100 views on the videos. And for those of y'all who've been asking about an update on my watch hours, I am up to 3,500 of my 4,000 watch hours. So I need just 500 more watch hours to monetization. So thank you all, everybody who's been watching my videos, watching my playlists. Let them play while you're at work, while you're sleeping, while you're doing other things. As long as you have the video on, at least with a little volume, it counts. And y'all have been helping me ever so much. So, mods, if you could please, oh please, drop the link for Canadian girl Renee. I'm so sorry. I thought they were dropping that. Okay, let's see if we can get her back here. And also to anybody else in the chat that would like to play, just let my moderators know. They can find your channel links so that we can drop them while you are playing. As a reminder, everybody needs to be G-rated and family friendly because that's the way my channel works. But I'd be willing to have any of the new players who are in the chat watching. And if you haven't seen Canadian girl Renee before, check out last week's video and I believe the week before as well. She has some great topics. She also showed us some beautiful birds. And you can see lots of her artwork uploaded on the Discord, both jewelry artwork as well as items she's bought from my auction. And she has added her own artistic touch in order to make it even better. So we are thrilled to have her on. And as soon as she gets set up on the link, Danielle Barnes will start dropping her YouTube channel link. Renee recently got to 300 subscribers, and we want to congratulate Canadian girl Renee on her 300 subscribers.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you ever so much for coming to play tonight. For anybody who hasn't seen you before, tell about yourself and tell about your channel, pretty please.
Well, basically, my channel is a bunch of basically random videos and have some craft projects in there. There's some cooking videos as well. There's some life videos. basically, yeah, there's even some weather on there. So it's basically a little bit of mixture of stuff. There's some jewelry pieces I made, and eventually down the road, I might get into reselling. I just need to have some time and figure it out. So maybe eventually, but not the moment. But eventually, maybe. And there's a bunch of craft stuff. Basically, my mom's scrapbooks are on there. I do have a lasagna recipe video on there. I have an apple pie recipe, and
Yum.
I have a chili recipe on there.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
it's kind of a little bit of randomness and stuff, but it's growing. So eventually, one
Congratulations.
day there might be some more stuff coming. So I just need to have some time
Right.
and
It's a
energy.
process.
It's a process, yeah. Time and energy.
Absolutely. Well, we are so blessed that you are giving us your time and your energy tonight here on the Southern Belle channel on Battle with Belle. So, what will your very first category tonight be?
Very first category I think will be I said it earlier, Canadian Prime Ministers.
Okay, chat, get ready. Notice I'm going to need some help pretty quickly on this because I think I've got one, and that's probably it. And I'm hoping she is kindly doesn't say the one I know first. All right. Well, what's your first answer?
John A. MacDonald.
Okay, I'm going to say Justin Trudeau.
Stephen Harper.
Okay, I'm going to use my first Ask the Audience. And she's smiling, laughing at me already. Let's see how many Canadian prime ministers y'all can throw in the chat that have not already been said yet. So, everybody, go ahead and find me some Canadian prime ministers that I can use for my first Ask the Audience. Let's see what these really smart, educated, knowledgeable ballerinas and ballerinos come up with. It's okay, Paula. I don't either, but that's why we have the Ask the Audience because nobody knows everything about everything. So that's why y'all are here to help me. So, any answers? Come on, y'all. Surely somebody has heard of one. Maybe there's something you read in a history book. Maybe there's something you saw in a movie. Maybe you wrote some kind of report at one time that mentioned one.
Here's the clue. One of
She feels
them.
so bad for me that she's giving me clues.
Here's one. Oh boy. He was one of the people that helped got the peacekeepers and UN formed with him.
I'm going to go with Neozoic's answer of John MacDonald. Was there a John MacDonald?
I already said that.
Oh, well, already, just like that, I've had a duplication. So, everybody in the chat, congratulate Renee. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Off to a quick start, Canadian girl Renee wins the first category.
Actually,
Okay,
I was gonna
let's
comment.
see what she has for the second category.
Was it John A. MacDonald? That was our first Canadian Prime Minister.
Good
And
to know.
a little
I'll try to
history,
remember that in the future.
Lester B. Pearson was actually one of the prime ministers that helped actually start the formation of the UN. He helped with like forming like peacekeepers and that stuff. So he helped form that and actually I think he won the Nobel Prize for that too. I'm pretty sure if you look that up. So he was kind of getting involved with the UN and getting peacekeepers for like Canadians.
Wow, sounds like an amazing historical figure.
That's pretty. And he was the one that actually got started on changing Canada's flag. Because before the maple leaf, we used to have it was the Union Jack symbol, so they changed it to the maple leaf, and that was because of him. So There's a
Ooh.
little point in history, and here's another point in history. It was in 1982 under Justin Trudeau's father, Pierre Trudeau. Actually, Justin Trudeau's father was a prime minister as well. Was Pierre Trudeau. He actually signed Charter and Rights and Freedoms Act in 1982. That is a part of our human rights thing for Canada. So that's a little bit of history there.
Very interesting. Thank you ever so much for sharing that with us. I'll have to look up more about that. So it sounds like the Trudeaus have a legacy, much like the Bushes do in the United States, where it goes on for generations of politics. Well, what's going to be your second category for tonight?
Superhero movies.
Okay, well, I guess Renee's seen me crash and burn with that, so we can have a do-over. Are they limited to any particular century now? Because clearly I am not good with what date a movie came out. So is this forever in time or only in a certain century?
Whatever superhero movie that was made.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you for that. Okay, let's go. Renee starts.
Iron Man.
Batman.
Spider-Man.
Superman.
The Avengers.
WW84, the Wonder Woman movie.
Justice League.
Okay. I'm going to go to ask the audience. In the audience, y'all go ahead and tell me the names of some superhero movies.
Yeah.
Now make sure it's an actual superhero. Because I almost said the Incredible Hulk, and then I thought a Hulk isn't a hero; it's just a scary creature. The Hulk is considered a hero, really?
Yeah, he was like the superhero franchise because he was part of oh god, what the heck was it? I think he was part.
Maybe I'm defining the word hero wrong then. I was thinking you had to fight evil with a group of people and have supernatural powers.
He was a hero. Yeah, because he had powers. Because when he got mad, he turned green. And got super strength. So therefore, he was a superpower hero.
Okay, well, I've already spent my ask the audience, so I'm going to go with an audience answer. Is there a superhero called the Crow?
It wasn't really a. Hey Siri.
Oh no, did we lose Renee?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Your screen went black for just a minute.
No, because I was trying to get Siri.
Oh, let me just bring Lisa up. Lisa can ask her Alexa. Lisa, if you'd be kind enough to ask your Alexa if the Crow is a superhero.
Echo. Oh, Alexa, is the Crow a superhero?
Crow is a fictional and pretends to
I can't even hear a word that's saying. It's all mumbled.
I'm not close enough. That's why. Hold on.
Well, you can just tell us whether it was a yes or no answer. That's fun.
Alexa, is the Crow a superhero?
From Wikipedia.org. The Crow is a fictional superhero character
Yes,
and the
he was.
protagonist of Crow
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you, Neozoic.
created by American artist James O'Barr in 1989.
Okay, thank you to Neozoic. All right, we go back to Renee for her next answer.
We will go with Supergirl.
Okay, then I'm thinking there was a Batgirl too.
I know that there was a Batgirl movie, but I know there was a Supergirl movie.
Well, we'll ask Lisa. Lisa, would
There was
you
a
ask your Alexa if there was a Batgirl movie?
Alexa, was there a Batgirl movie?
No, there wasn't. No, I kind of think no. There was a TV show. Birds of Prey was involved with Batgirl. Yeah.
I'm sorry, could you repeat your Alexa's answer, please, Lisa? I'm
It,
not sure we
it
all get
said,
it.
yeah, that's because I'm at the table, but it said that there was.
Well, we've got somebody else that says no. So, just for everybody in the chat, could we hear Alexa give the official answer, pretty please?
Okay.
I'm sorry
It
to
was
trouble you.
what was the movie?
Was
Batgirl
there?
is what we're asking.
Batgirl?
Is there a movie entitled Batgirl?
Okay. Alexa, is there a movie titled Batgirl?
Batgirl is a comedy show starring Marlo Thomas, Ted Bessel, and Lou Parker. An aspiring
No.
actress moves from her hometown of Brewster, New York,
It's a
to try to
show.
make it big in New York
Oh,
City.
so not a movie. So once
No.
again, I am wrong, which makes Renee win yet again. So hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Everybody in the chat, congratulate Renee on another great victory. I started to say Catwoman, but I thought she's not a hero, she's a villain. So I couldn't say that. And I thought of Harley Quinn too, but once again, a villain, not a hero. I just kept thinking of villains and not heroes. Catherine Mary, welcome, welcome. Okay, what is your third category for tonight?
Disney movies.
Okay. So this is any movie made by Disney Studios, or is it just animated or just live action?
Disney animated movies.
Animated movies. Okay, then I guess I can't say Mary Poppins. All right. You start first.
There was animation in Mary Poppins.
Oh, was there? Oh,
There
I think
was-
those little birds were animated, but it's not
Yes.
really an animated movie. It was just
Yeah.
a slight moment. Okay. Well, Renee starts, and Renee has already beat me 2-0 so far. So either way of how this goes, Renee is going to win, but I know so little about animation that I'm pretty sure she's going to win anyway. Okay, so what is your first answer?
Snow White.
Pardon me?
Snow White.
Snow White. I'm going to say Cinderella.
Sleeping Beauty.
Lady and the Tramp.
101 Dalmatians.
Beauty and the Beast.
Aladdin.
The Little Mermaid.
Oh. The Lion King.
Jungle Book.
Is that a movie? Oh, Leo and Stitch.
Okay. How about Encanto? We'll bring Lisa up. I do know Encanto is a movie because I have some of the movie merchandise that I sold at my auction last night. But just for verification purposes, Lisa, would you ask your Alexa about whether Disney made the movie Encanto?
Alexa, did Disney make Encanto the movie?
From fandom.com. Encanto is an American animated musical fantasy comedy film produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Lisa. I appreciate that. I will have some additional Disney branded Encanto merchandise tomorrow because it happens to feature some butterflies, and butterflies qualify under All About Animals. So tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for the All About Animals pop-up auction.
Milan.
Okay. Let's see. How about The Little Mermaid?
You already said that.
Oh, rats. Okay, so therefore, because I've had an accidental duplication, Renee wins. So hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! So once again, Renee has beat me 3-2-0. So everybody in the chat, congratulate Renee. Thank you ever so much for playing. We appreciate you. Aw, pretty little Minnie Mouse. Super cute. Thank you so much, and I hope to get a rematch in the future.
All right. Have a good night. Later, Gator.
Okay. Bye-bye. So, if there is anybody in the chat who has been watching the game thinking, that looks fun, I could do that, let's see who else would like to play tonight. So we are going to get brave and drop the link for any newbies. It's a message to be G-rated and family friendly. I know we've had a lot of new names out there. And so if any of our newbies would like to play, we would love to have you. So we're going to drop the StreamYard's link and we're going to see who clicks the link to play. So it's always fun to have new people on the game. And we'll give it just a few minutes. While we're waiting to see who might click the link, this is a great time to ask you for some thumbs up. So also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button for this kind of fun content on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, as well as fun auctions with great bargains, which is why the auctions are called Bargains by Belle. So Danielle Barnes is dropping the StreamYard's link. It is very simple. We play the game of last word. We volley back and forth with answers within your chosen category. So by you getting to choose the category, it will be a category where you have ready built-in answers and where you are likely to win since it's the category you know. So is anybody interested in trying to play for the first time? If so, go ahead and click the link. I do also hope that you will click the thumbs up because the thumbs up helps with the YouTube algorithm to let YouTube know that you approve of my content, approve of my channel, and then YouTube will share it out more. And if anybody hasn't already taken the community poll, please go to my YouTube community page because you get the ability to vote, and it is the viewers that pick the themes of the auctions each week. Well, while we're waiting to see if anybody else wants to play, I'm going to bring my answer checker, Lisa M, up. And maybe Lisa might want to play tonight. Lisa, would you grace us by playing a game of Last Word with your Southern Belle?
Boy. Okay, sure.
And for anybody who may be new and watching, tell everybody about yourself and about your new YouTube channel.
Well, it's not really new, but I never really posted anything. I go by Lisa M or Lisa. It doesn't really matter. My channel is Lisa M Adventure Time. I added the Adventure Time the other day because kind of the direction I'm going to go with my channel. Of
And what adventures will we get to see or get to join you for?
Well, last night I was going to do a dumpster diving video, but with the excitement, well, not really excitement, the stress of being alone, dumpster diving for the first time in like 6 months, and trying to record at the same time, it didn't really work. So, not that video. I got one of my daughter on there, and I don't know, I'm putting a package on there.
Sometimes you can have a great idea and it just gets derailed. Like I was having a great auction, and all of a sudden, some friend of mine kept telling me about her dumpster diving store by store in the middle of my auction. I wonder who that was. Oh, I'm just teasing you, sweetheart.
It wasn't me. It was my evil twin.
Oh, but, evil twin. Okay.
I'm kind of a goofball. I do have a serious side, but not this time of night. And I just kind of like whatever I feel like recording, I put on there. I'm gonna actually, after I'm done here, I'm gonna record a video and upload it. Ahead of time, it is not a sponsored video. Okay, I'm gonna disclaim that right now that it's not a sponsored video.
Okay, but, make sure to tell that during the video.
Oh, I will. I just, it's I know what it is and all, and it's really not that surprise to me, but I like doing it on the camera, so I'm gonna make a video of it and put it up there. But yeah.
And how many subscribers do you have so far?
I just looked a little bit ago. I think I have like 19.
Woohoo! Okay. Well, the last time I checked, you had 12. So you've almost doubled. Congratulations.
Thanks.
What will be your first category tonight? And mods, make sure you go ahead and drop the link to Lisa M Adventure Time.
Okay.
Before 80s. You start, Canadian girl Renee has a question. She must not have been at the auction at the time you were dumpster diving. She asks if you found anything.
Oh, do you want me to answer that?
Unless you're planning to only tell your subscribers or your Discord friends, or unless you want people to watch it on a video, why not tell them in order to get them more interested in your channel?
Well, I found some like a head of lettuce, a package of green peppers.
Ooh, was that supper tonight? That sounds like the makings of a nice salad.
In the fridge. No, it's in the fridge to be used up, but I found a fruit cup for my daughter too. I found a couple reusable bags like that they use out of recycled material.
And you can use those for your dumpster finds every time you go. So that is an imperative find. You know, one of the great things about this game show is we have time to just talk. You know, during an auction, it's a place of commerce and it's go, go, go because we have a limited time. But we can take our time on Battle with Belle. We can take our time on Heart to Heart with Belle. So this is always a great time to talk about things, to answer viewer questions, to promote channels. I may not have time during the auction, but I absolutely have time on nights like this. And Danielle Barnes is already dropping your link.
Cool.
What things are you hoping to find during your dumpster dives?
Last night I was hoping to find merch, which I did. I was going to say the one thing I did. The other thing I found last night was a teacup planter with a teacup plate on it, and the plate part of the plate part of the planter's like half of it's smashed off. But I'm like, whatever, turn it the other way, nobody knows, or I can bust it off.
Show us. Let's see. Can we see your scratch
It's
and
out,
dent lantern?
yeah, but it's outside.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was that big. I was thinking
Yeah.
it was like the small indoor size. I'm sorry.
The little teacup. Sorry, been a busy week. The little teapot is about like, where am I at? Like this, about
Okay.
like 8 inches around, maybe.
Make a video and
Yeah.
show everybody, because you can show what's wrong with it, and then you can show how you fix it and how you cover it up and how nobody would ever know. It could be a show and tell. I almost said show and tell with Southern Belle. Show and tell with Lisa M. Adventure Time. See, you've got videos galore that you could film just based on your real life and right there at your house while you're still being a wife and mom.
So yeah, that's all I pretty much found. I was gonna record it, but I think with just being so like, I haven't been dumpster diving in quite a while. I think it's been like 6+ months, and I just kept, like looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well,
and you're like, be careful. Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you ready to play?
Sure.
Okay, what is going to be your first category for tonight?
80s rock bands.
80s rock bands. Okay. Now, we've seen me goof this up before where I've accidentally named pop instead of rock, accidentally named heavy metal instead of rock. So y'all be advised, I will probably goof this up or named a 90s instead of an 80s, but we will give this a try. Okay, so Lisa is going first.
Aerosmith.
Okay. Bands. Queen. Was Queen in the 1980s?
Yep.
Okay.
Very, very much so. Def Leppard.
Hey, Deb McDougall. Welcome, welcome. Karen says you are now up to 21 subscribed since people are subscribing here from tonight. So last week at 12, then at 19, now at 21. See, Lisa, your publicity and marketing and booking these appearances are helping you out. Okay, we're going to go back to me, a band. I started to say Bruce Springsteen because I think he has a band, but I'm not sure, so I'm scared to guess. Who has a band? I think Kiss is a band. Were they in the 1980s?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say AC/DC.
Okay.
Their songs are popping in my head now.
All right. I'm going to ask the audience. So, audience, I'm looking for a band from the 1980s. Has to be
rock.
A band, has to be rock music and has to be 1980s. So, band, rock, and 1980s. So, let's see what y'all have got.
I was
band, rock and 1980s.
I was gonna say about my channel. I kind of outed my husband on my description on my channel, but Mike and I are an atypical neurotypical couple, as in he's autistic and I'm not. So he's atypical, I'm neurotypical. He's kind of weird about it because some people have been like mean to him because of being autistic. So he's kind of weird about it, and I kind of outed him on my channel on the description. So
why didn't you edit it so that it was to his liking?
Well, it was actually on the description, like the written part, and I just did it a
That's
little
what
bit
I'm
ago.
saying. Just backspace over it till the man is happy.
No, he's not here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not getting in the middle of that. Now, I could see him being upset if it was something not changeable. If it's something you could just press a backspace, pity sake,
Right.
press the
Well,
backspace. Happy life. Happy
he,
life. Come on.
he's like, he doesn't really normally care with me per se because I'm open about it, but it's usually about people that he's worked with or, just mean people being mean. And
Okay.
with me around, they don't dare do that. So, but I put it on there because I might actually put him on camera with me, and I figured,
Oh, we've
hey, if
seen
he acts
y'all
a little
before
weird,
because y'all were super cute.
yeah,
Because I remembered every time y'all got a right answer, you got a cute little smooch. All right. I'm going to go with
you.
John John's answer of Sammy Hagar. Is that correct? Is that a band from the 1980s?
Alexa, is Sammy Hagar an 80s group?
Sammy Hagar, from Tulsa, California, was popular in the early 1980s for fast-paced
Yep.
guitar playing,
Okay. Thank you, John John.
the petty attitude,
Ooh.
and Van Halen is lead vocalist after David Lee Roth's departure from the group.
Ooh. I gotta look them up. um 80s rock. DC. Third. Um This is actually hard for me because I not only listen to the 80s part of it, but I also listen to 90s, so I'm like in the 2000s of it, and I'm trying to remember that far back. Ooh, Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. I'm going to say Bon Jovi.
He's kind of
Johnson
cute.
says, when it comes to 80s music, I'm your man.
He's kind of
So,
cute.
he's here.
Uh,
He is cute. If you haven't seen his
um,
videos, he is from a suburb of Baton Rouge. So we are in the same southern state. So I'm kind of the Southern Belle, and he's kind of a Southern Beau.
um,
Although in his own way, Ian's kind of a Southern Beau too, just a different state.
um,
What else do you
Van,
expect on the Southern Belle channel?
Van Halen. I'm not
Oh,
sure about that one. Alexa, is Van Halen a group of the 80s?
From New York City 247.com, Van Halen became one of the most popular and top-selling acts of the 80s.
No, yep.
Mark-off theatrics in rock and roll.
Was there a band called Styx? I'm gonna go with Styx. I'm not sure if they were in the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Alexa, were the Styx in the 80s?
From a band that the Styx captured the federal title in 1981.
1981.
Phew! I cut it close.
Mm. Mm.
Quick question. How many people constitute a band? If it's just a duo, is it technically a band?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'm just
I
thinking
think
about
it's
my next
two or
answer,
more.
so I thought I'd ask.
Two or more have the band behind them playing that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. What's your answer?
Dang it! I had it.
Remember, you have 3 Ask the Audiences.
Motley Crue.
And their rock music? Or are they
Alexa,
heavy
is
metal?
Motley Crue rock?
No. Motley Crue is an American heavy metal band formed in Hollywood, California in 1981.
They're
The band
heavy
was
metal.
founded by bassist Nikki Sixx, drummer Tommy
Oops.
Lee, and guitarist / lead
Alexa,
vocalist.
shut up. Ouch.
I
You
told
got
you
it.
at the beginning, I have the hardest time telling pop from rock from heavy metal.
Well,
So,
apparently you won that one.
oops, sorry. What is your second category for tonight?
You don't have to be sorry.
Well,
No
let's
reason to be
share some
sorry.
of the other answers we didn't get to. We have Wham. We have Savage Garden. My next answer was going to be Heart, but they may not have technically been
Sorry.
rock. They might have been alternative rather than rock. So I might have lost when I got to Heart. But I love that song Alone that they sang way back when. That just kind of breaks your heart. And has great piano playing in it, too. Okay, what is your second category? As Lisa is furiously typing. You know we can see you typing, right?
I'm not
So
typing. I'm actually. I'll show you what I'm doing.
okay, a little tutorial from Lisa.
I am actually on my tablet. I found these gift cards from back when either we were pregnant or Evie was wee little baby.
Uh-huh.
A big old stack of gift cards from buying something off and I believe like Carter's or something like that. And
Congratulations.
I just
That's
found them,
great.
so I figured I'd see what. Yeah, I figured I'd see if there's anything good out of it. I should be recording this.
You should. It would be fun to watch you look up the gift cards. And I realized you had no idea I was going to bring you up to play. But while we were waiting to see if anybody else wanted to click the link for the first time to play, since you happened to be backstage, I just thought I'd bring
Right.
you up to play. So, what
No,
is
it's
going
okay.
to be the second category for tonight?
Fast food restaurants.
Okay. I don't think we're going to have a bit of problem with this. And Karen McCarty
Ooh.
is currently dropping your links. So everybody go ahead and subscribe to Lisa M Adventure Time in order to see her dumpster diving, her dumpster dive hauls, her dumpster dive fixes, beautiful videos with she and her loving husband, as well as super cute videos of she and her toddler Evelyn as they have heartwarming conversations.
Yeah, it's random stuff I'm gonna put on there.
Great. It'll give you a chance to see which gives the most views, and then you'll know what direction to take the channel based on views.
Yeah.
Excellent idea. I did a lot of that when I started my channel back in September. And look at me now. I'm 1,000 in, and I'm close to 4,000 watch hours. And hopefully in the next few weeks or few months, I will be monetized.
So does that mean you'll get paid?
Yes. So when you get monetized, that means when people watch your videos, as long as they let the commercials play, the commercials that play now, the advertisers pay Google. When you're monetized, Google sends you a percentage of the check. Also, when you're monetized, you get to offer memberships. So then I will have people whose names will appear in green, and they will have special icons and emojis that are just for my channel. They will also have wonderful perks and privileges that are not available to other viewers or subscribers.
Huh. Cool. Yeah. All right.
So what will your second category be tonight?
Kev's, oh my God, I am tired. Ooh. Anyway, I was saying fast food restaurants.
That's right. Okay, you start.
Where we stopped on our way back from our trip over the weekend.
Oh, you went on a trip for the weekend? Congratulations.
KFC.
Okay, I'm going to say Popeyes. Love that chicken from
Long
Popeyes.
John, Long John Silver's.
Church's chicken.
Mm. Burger King.
Raisin Cane's, which is Danielle Barnes's favorite.
Mm. McDonald's.
Arby's.
I don't know if I don't think Arby's is fast food. That's like well, I guess it could be.
I think I've accidentally given a wrong answer then. So, you know what that means. Lisa
Oh.
wins! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Everybody in the chat, congratulate Lisa. Y'all can see I just don't eat enough fast food. Congratulations! Okay, we have tied it up 1-1. This third category will decide it.
I can't really see the chat.
If
Give
you
me a
click
second.
on the word comments, you will see the chat's
Yep.
comments. You might accidentally be in our private chat.
Yeah, under comments.
But until you ask the audience, you don't really need to see their comments. So what's going to be your third category for tonight?
Well, that's why I was asking. I was going to say the audience can pick the third one.
Oh, okay. Everybody in the audience, give Lisa some ideas for a category that she, as a mom and wife, might know about. So think of what might be in her area of expertise. And let's have some great ideas. So y'all just shout out as many ideas that come to your mind. Go ahead and flood the chat with ideas. Neozoic is saying colors. Let's see what else we have.
I think we should do one that Belle would know.
I would know most. Well, I think that it should be in your field of expertise because you are the guest and we're here to promote your channel. Okay, so Neozoic says colors. Paula Widener says kids. Let's see what else we've got. What else do y'all think that this loving mom and wife up in Michigan might know about? Paula says stores. So we've got colors, kids, and stores. Anything else y'all have to suggest? Also, this is the third category. So if there's anybody who would like to be the next contestant, go ahead and let the mods know. They will check your channel content. They'll get your link ready. They will give you the StreamYard link so that you can go ahead and click and be in the back room. We've got a few more answers here. In addition to colors, kids, and stores, Neozoic is saying candy. Paula is saying cooking. Karen is saying TV game shows. So there's a bunch of other good ideas.
Okay.
Colors, kids, stores, candy, cooking, and TV game shows. Cookies. The good answers just keep it coming.
Yeah, I'll do Karen's idea. TV game shows. That sounds interesting.
Okay. Bravo, Karen. But thank you, everybody else, for the ideas, too. I thought all of the ideas were fantastic.
Oh, son of a puppies. Thank
you.
That makes my daughter laugh, by the way. Huh?
I said thank you for watching your language. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
I say that and my daughter Evelyn laughs. I'll be like, son of a puppies. And she just...
That is cute.
She's got my sense of humor. Anyway.
Everybody, make sure you hold your answers until we ask the audience.
My all-time favorite TV show, The X-Files.
How is that a game show?
Oh crap, we're doing game shows, aren't we? Never mind.
Okay, so we're ready to start with game shows now. So, Lisa, what is your first answer in the category TV game shows?
Wheel of Fortune.
I'm going to say Jeopardy.
Let's make a deal. Belle.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to say The Wall. The Wall.
The what?
The Wall on NBC.
Okay. Game show. Well, that's a wild card. I don't know if that one would... Hey, I'm not going to say that one because I'm not sure if it actually would be.
Well, you've got 3 Ask the Audiences.
Hollywood Squares.
Oh, good one. What's My Line?
Whose line is it anyway?
To Tell the Truth.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this one because it's like and if I if it's not, then yeah, it's kind of a game on there. The Masked Singer.
Okay, I'm gonna say Match Game.
Oh, you're going for those older ones. Figure It Out.
Password.
Double Dare.
Ooh, good one. How about
Ooh.
Lingo?
Ooh.
My answer is Lingo.
One of my favorite shows. Now they're flooding in on me. As a kid, one of my favorite shows, Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Okay, I'm going to say Win, Lose, or Draw.
Supermarket Sweep. The 1980s Supermarket Sweep.
And they redid it recently too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Joker's Wild.
Survivor.
Amazing Race.
The Real World.
The Challenge.
The Gauntlet.
Big Brother.
Big Sister. No, just kidding. American Ninja Warrior.
Ooh. Tough as Nails.
That's me. Sweet. Shop Till You Drop.
The Bake Off.
Do you remember Shop Till You Drop?
I'm trying to think. You might have to key my mind.
Okay, back in the day, it used to come on right after Supermarket Sweep, and people on the show would answer questions. They would answer questions, and then they'd get points, and they would pick which store they wanted to shop at. If that kind of makes sense.
That sounds like a Mr. Beast video from a year or 2 ago. That sounds great. Okay. Let's see.
You said
is it my turn or yours?
mine.
Okay.
It's mine. I just was stalling.
Oh, well, that's a great memory. Remember,
Oh,
you still have 3 Ask the Audiences?
I watched a lot of those kind of shows in the 90s when I was a kid. I just got jogged that memory of mine. The Price is Right.
The Weakest Link.
Oh, phew. That's actually a good one. They rebooted that too.
Yes.
So You Think You Can Dance?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Me.
Well, if you're a millionaire, that only helps me with you coming to my auctions. So I hope you're a millionaire too.
Let's see. Super dark and sweet. Okay, ask the audience because I'm drawing the biggest blank right now.
They've got some good answers.
And by the way, this one gift card right here,
Uh-huh.
it says $60 on it, and it actually is $60. I don't know how to cash out of their website. I don't know how to cash out. So it's usable, but I don't know how to use it.
Why don't you go to the store?
This isn't a store around here. I've never actually heard of it. So
Can you
I
call
mean, I
the
didn't pay for it.
1-800 number on the back and ask them?
Yeah, it's only usable on their website. Oh, there's
Now,
customer service.
the chat is flooded with great
Anyway.
answers. You've got 3 good answers in the chat if you want to check the chat. And if you can't see it, I can read it to you. Can you see the chat?
Okay. So you'll have to watch my video when it gets uploaded, Belle, because it might explain why I'm so goofy right now. So,
I will be glad to, and I'll even publicize it on my Discord for you. So
yeah. Oh,
the
I can
answers
do
that
that.
are being put in the chat is Paula K. Widener is suggesting Pyramid, Canadian Girl Renee is suggesting Family Feud, and Paula is suggesting Tic-Tac-Toe. So 3 good answers. Which one are you going with?
Oh my god, I just thought of one. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go with Pyramid.
Okay. Excellent choice. Okay, I'm going to also use and ask the audience, and I'm going to go with Canadian Girl Renee's answer of Family Feud.
Okay. Win Ben Stein's money.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, I thought of another one.
I think on the same channel was a TV trivia show called Remote Control.
Okay. The Mole.
Oh, that was great. I used to love The Mole. It was hosted by the same guy from Phil. Oh, now I'm blanking out on his name. Oh, well, I'm going to use my second Ask the Audience, and I'm going to go with Paula's answer of Tic-Tac-Toe.
I had one, and now I lost it. Game
Well,
show.
you still have 2 more Ask the Audiences. I only have 1 more Ask the Audience.
Game show. Oh, I'm resorting to shows on Netflix at this point.
Well, I haven't heard of them, so you'll have to check those for me. And you still have 2 Ask the Audiences.
Oh, Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but I'm going to use it. Canadian Renee. Dude, girl, I love you, by the way. I'll say it before Renee, because we got a lot in common. I love you, girl.
Aw, so sweet.
It's your first confession of love on your channel.
Okay, so nice.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with Canadian Renee's answer of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? How did I not remember that one?
Where in the world is
What
Carmen
is Carmen
Sandiego?
Sandiego? Oh my god, I love that one.
Okay, let's see. Everybody, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Karen is absolutely right.
I
Okay.
already did.
Oh, why, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. What else have we not said? I'm going to go back for my third Ask the Audience, and we'll see what else they have to suggest. So, y'all shout out some game shows we haven't said. I know we have said so many. This was a fantastic category. Thank you, Karen McCarty, for suggesting this. But I need some more answers. And I've got one last Ask the Audience, and I am spending it now. Now, I see Renee is saying whammy, but that is not the oh, Press Your Luck. That's the name, because I kept thinking, what is that? No whammy, no whammy. Press Your Luck.
No whammy.
Okay.
Stop.
Yes. And now it's hosted by Elizabeth Banks. So that's my third Ask the Audience. And I've seen they've put a bunch more good ones. So when Lisa finally uses hers, she can use them on y'all's answer, because y'all have some good answers. All right, we go back to Lisa, who will either give her own answer or she'll spend her last two Ask the Audiences. And she's got great answers waiting when she does.
American Gladiator.
Okay.
I watched that too back in the day. I don't know why, but I always liked that show.
Maybe it was the hunky fit people who happened to be on it. Imagine that. Little eye candy for you there. All right, let's see. What else?
Oh my goodness.
I can't take the answers in the chat, although I wish I could, because those are both really great answers. But I've got to come up with my own answer because I can't ask the chat anymore. So let's see.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that you said eye candy.
I don't think that that's a naughty term. I consider the greatest part of auctions to be the eye candy of the items I put out. Even when I set up the background, you can see I've got this beautiful floral display. Why do I put it here? So that y'all have some eye candy to look at. Eye candy is just the visual aspect of being on YouTube. And I don't think that there is anything wrong with that. So, oh, and the good answers just keep pouring in the chat. It's killing me because I can't take them. Okay, I'm going to say, I said Big Brother, but there's also a celebrity Big Brother. Oh, and Renee just keeps it coming. I see 4 great answers. If you need to ask the audience has 4 great answers, and you only have 2 Ask the Audiences. So don't be shy. You've got great answers waiting for you.
It's in a game.
Okay, 5 great answers now.
Stop looking, Belle.
I have to look in order to welcome people or to answer their questions. I'm not taking their answers. When you rewatch this and you'll see I'm not using their answers unless I spend my Ask the Audience. So I'm going to wait on you to, 6 great answers now, to either give an answer or to spend your Ask the Audience.
Well, they need to stop posting them. So I'm not looking.
Do, do,
Okay.
do, 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 do.
You already
Okay.
did Jeopardy.
I know. I'm just trying to tell you, you're taking a long time, sweet pie.
Well, I had one in my mind. I was going to say it. Then I got distracted because you were
And it was
talking.
all my fault. I know. I'm the worst host and friend ever. And yet you just keep coming back because you secretly
Yeah.
love me too. Okay.
And you have really good stuff on your auctions. So, yeah.
Oh no, she loves me just for my auctions. I thought it was my personality and my kindness.
I
All
didn't
right.
say
It's
that.
just the merchandise at my auctions. Well, that's fine. Whatever
I
your
did
reason for
not
watching,
say
I'm glad to have your watch time. Ooh, good one from the 1970s, Renee. The chat is on fire tonight.
Okay, fine. I'll use and ask the audience because you're patiently waiting and blah, 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 blah.
Okay, so the choices you have to choose from then are
I see
John
it.
John's suggestion of the dating game,
Apprentice.
Paula K.
That's not
Widener's
what I was thinking of.
suggestion
Oh!
Password Plus. Canadian girl Renee has The Apprentice. Also, there's The Celebrity Apprentice, but I couldn't say that because that'd be too similar and you'd think I've cheated. Canadian girl
No.
Renee also says Fear Factor that used to be hosted by Joe Rogan.
Okay, I'm
Neozoic
going
Robot
to.
Wars. Neozoic also says BattleBots, and Canadian girl Renee reaches back to the 70s Gong Show. So which answer are you going with? Which answer? Oh, which answer? They're all such good answers.
BattleBots.
Okay, BattleBots it is.
I don't clear that off so I don't look at it. I'll just look at my mug. Ooh, excuse me.
Okay. Let's see. So it's back to me. I can't ask the audience. What else? I'm going to say keep thinking there's a bunch more baking ones besides just the bake off. Trying to think what those other baking ones are. So I think there's a whole baking channel or a cooking channel or a food channel. Oh, I know one. Worst cooks in America, which oddly enough doesn't sound like a competition show, but it actually is. Hey, record your cooking fails. People will love to tell you what you're doing wrong because people love to be right and they love to point out flaws. Believe you me, I get so many flaws pointed out to me in my videos. So I'm going with worst cooks in America. And we go back to Lisa, who still has one more Ask the Audience.
Well, you tell them to mind their own business, Belle. Politely, though. Like, I'm Belle, and I got this. I do not need you. Just kidding.
Lisa was not quoting this, Belle.
My own Belle.
Okay, all right.
My
So
own
Southern
northern
Bells don't work
Michigan
that
Belle.
way. We rely on the kindness of strangers. So
Oh,
maybe some of the other bells work a little differently, but Southern bells rely on the kindness of strangers. All right, so we're going back to Lisa M of Lisa M Adventures. Karen, keep dropping her link, pretty please.
Celebrity
And her next answer is-
Apprentice.
Okay, great answer. And Renee has thought of lots of other shows. She would have been great at this category. She's probably kicking herself that she didn't pick this category. Okay.
Hey, technically, I didn't pick it either.
Well, we have Karen to thank for it, and Karen is still dropping your link so that people can
Drop it like it's hot. Dropping it. Mm.
And she means hot in food temperature, of course, because that's the only way we talk about it on this family-friendly channel. Right, Lisa?
What?
Only. So I'll go back to my next answer of a TV game show. I'm going to say, did there used to be a game show called Hot Potato?
Holy moly.
Okay. How about I'm trying to remember if we said The Price is Right. I can't remember.
We did.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah, early on.
That's good to know. Okay. How about Celebrity Family Feud?
Oh man, we don't have any more Ask Audiences, and I'm like stuck.
Do you want to call it a truce and have a do-over?
No, because this is a third round.
It is,
And
but
it
I'm
was a really good
offering
round.
that in the spirit of friendship.
No.
You wanted to say that we had just said them all and have a do-over? Okay.
Celebrity Celebrity Deathmatch. No, not that one. Celebrity. What was that called? Celebrity.
Oh, Canadian girl Renee is letting me know I was wrong. There technically was not a Celebrity Family Feud. I don't know why I thought that. For some reason, I was thinking there was, but I gave an incorrect answer. I thought Steve Harvey had one and it was in prime time, but I don't think that's the correct answer.
Alexa, was there a celebrity? Celebrity what?
I thought there was a Celebrity Family Feud, but Renee is telling me it isn't. So I think I just lost between you one.
Is there a Celebrity Family Feud?
From releases.com, the primetime summer hit Celebrity Family Feud, a celebrity version of Family Feud, returns to ABC this summer for a third season.
There is here in the States. Sometimes in Canada they do things a little different, but here in the States there is.
Okay, so it sounded like it's returning for the third season, so I hope that will be adequate to the audience.
Celebrity. I always want to say Celebrity Deathmatch, but that was a clay animation on MTV in the 90s. And that is not what we're doing.
Was it the death match a game, though?
It was a game, but not a game show. Like they were separate. Yeah. Apprentice, Celebrity, Family Feud, Celebrity. Okay. I'm stumped. You win.
Well, I'd only thought of one other, and it was a lip sync battle. So that would have been my next answer. But I appreciate you letting me win one. You won two. So overall, Lisa still wins. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Everybody in the chat, congratulate Lisa.
And check out my video. I'm going to post it hopefully tonight.
Okay.
I know what roughly it is, but yeah. Maybe later on, somehow I can do a PO box or something if people want to send me stuff and I open it. I kind of like opening up packages.
Well, just keep in mind, PO boxes are very, very, very expensive to rent. So you have to think about whether that is really going to be worth the investment. So I had to think about that when I first started streaming because StreamYards is very expensive. But when I was using YouTube, I kept having connection issues. So when
I
I couldn't
remember.
complete an auction, I was losing more money when my auction feed would get cut on YouTube. So I realized that even though I was paying $25 every month to StreamYards, that it allowed me to have hours of longer auctions. So therefore,
Yeah,
eventually I made the money back. So sometimes you have to think, is renting a PO box for, a couple $100s a year going to be worth the amount of
right.
items that will come in it? So you could just film the items you buy that get sent to you or the items
Yeah.
that get gifted to you. Because if it's sent to you by a reseller or an auctioneer, we all have your real address. You don't have to
Mhm.
rent a PO box, and you could just open what people send to you through resellers.
True.
Okay, we are going to
Right.
drop the StreamYards link. We'll see if anybody else is interested in playing tonight. We'll let Lisa wait with us just a minute while we see if there's another
That's
player.
cool.
If not, we may call it a night. Anybody who'd like to play next week, you can let the moderators know, and they will contact you through your YouTube about page or your YouTube channel. Lisa, tell us who we're looking at while we see if anybody else will click the StreamYard link to play.
I gotta get it right. That is, I don't know who. It's like a gift card. And it's supposed to have $50 on it, but it's for a company called Custom Snappies, and I'm on their website trying to figure out where I can find out. I'm assuming this is worth $50, but I don't know how to check.
So, if anybody wants to give advice to Lisa, you can message Lisa on Discord or email if there are any technical experts out there that could help this mommy try to spend some of her mommy money on these mommy gift cards from her
Yeah,
baby shower.
because I like free. By the way, that's another thing. I like free. That's why I like to dumpster dive. That and the thrill of it.
There is a lot of fun in the thrill of the find. There's also a lot of
Yeah,
fun in the thrill of the auction. And I'm sure there was plenty of fun in the thrill of giving birth to lovely Evelyn. So, is
yes.
anybody else interested in clicking the StreamYard link to play tonight? Otherwise, we can close it out. And we'll see you back next Monday for another episode of Battle with Belle. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for the pop-up auction with the theme all about animals. We will see you Saturday and
Oh,
Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the auctions. What did you say,
okay.
Lisa?
Okay. I got a question, Belle.
Yes, ma'am.
How many days a week do you actually dumpster dive?
It varies. It depends on the temperatures, the weather, and my schedule.
Mm.
I do not dumpster dive in super hot weather because of the melting and the temperature of the dumpster. It literally can burn skin.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've burned some underarm reaching in before. When it
Mm.
is raining, I consider that a slipping hazard. So, being by myself, I do not dumpster dive in the rain.
I've done
And
it.
I don't dumpster dive just for the thrill. So I dumpster dive on my way to do other things. So if I'm going to the USPS to mail off auction packages, I dumpster dive at the dumpsters that I pass. If I'm driving to the UPS location, then I dumpster dive at the places going to that, or the bank on the way to that. I don't drive just for the thrill of dumpster diving. I only stop at dumpsters on my way.
Huh.
And I don't drive to other towns just to dumpster dive. Only if I have other business in those towns and I'm going for some other reason. Because even though I drive
Yeah.
a hybrid and I have great gas mileage with over 50 miles per gallon, still I am budget conscious enough that I just dive while on my way to do other errands so that it's a multitask.
I'm kind of like that too, but I started when I started dumpster diving. It was my mom and I, and we'd go out, see what we could find, what we could use, sort of thing. Aldi's is a different story. Aldi's is its own identity. Yeah, so.
Now, Karen McCarty is letting everybody know in the chat if anybody else would like to play. You can click the link and still play tonight. If you'd like to play next week, go ahead and let her know. She will schedule you. She has a whole list of the rules and procedures to send to you.
Yeah.
She can even practice with you. So maybe John would like to play next week. Maybe Neozoic would like to play next week. So whether you'd like to play tonight or next week, Karen can absolutely set that up for you, and we can help to publicize your channels. But if there's no further interest, I'm going to say good night. Lisa, stay right here and we'll talk after the show. So,
okay.
Laissez bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Rolling